You are listening to the audio production of Born to Wonder, exploring our deepest questions. Why are we here, and why does it matter? By Alister McGrath, published by Tyndale Momentum. This book is read by Simon Bubb. Part 1. Wondering about Ourselves. Chapter 1. Born to Wonder. Asking questions, hoping for answers. What a little vessel of strangeness we are, sailing through this muffled silence through the autumn dark. John Banville. Life is a gift. We never asked to be born. Yet here we are, living in this strange world of space and time, trying to work out what it's all about before the darkness closes in and extinguishes us. We are adrift on a misty grey sea of ignorance, seeking a sun-kissed island of certainty on which we might hope to find clear answers to our deepest and most poignant questions. What is the point of life? Why are we here? And what is it about us that makes us want to ask these questions? This book reflects on what it means to be a human being at a time when many are wondering whether we can ever sort out the muddle and chaos of our world. If human beings are so wonderful, why is the world such a mess? Why do we use wonderful things for such nasty purposes? Why are we so resistant to facing up to uncomfortable truths about ourselves? These are hardly new questions. They bubble up time and time again, especially when events challenge our easygoing assumptions about our own future or that of the world. During the Roaring Twenties, most Americans were happy to buy into the genial optimism of the age. Like the stock market, the world seemed to be heading upwards. Then the bubble burst. The Wall Street crash triggered a financial crisis in Germany, which gave Adolf Hitler the political impetus he needed to get elected. By 1934, Germany had turned Nazi. The unwelcome and unexpected rise of fascism triggered unease in many quarters. Perhaps most importantly, it led to an overdue re-examination of some complacent, settled assumptions about human goodness and rationality. Reinhold Niebuhr, a theologian noted for his criticism of the lazy and unthinking optimism of so much Western thinking, spoke of a pervasive sense of cultural unease and disenchantment in 1942 as the world collapsed into global war. We have lived through such centuries of hope, and we are now in such a period of disillusionment. Yet after an all-too-short period following the Second World War, during which we dared to hope for a future that lived up to our past, that world-weariness is on the rise again. So is it time to look at ourselves again, holding up a mirror so that we can see ourselves as we really are, rather than as we like to think we are? As I grew up in the 1960s, I was conscious of a pervasive, if understated, sense of optimism that now seems to have ebbed away like a receding tide. Back in the 1960s, culturally defining and lingering memories of the Second World War helped to confirm the belief that things were getting better, and the hope that they would keep on getting better. Yet that spirit of hope now seems to have faded in the face of economic crashes and political crises, the rise of global terrorism, and the growing threat of climate change. Paradise seems to have been postponed, yet again. Perhaps, as Milan Kundera suggested, our longing for paradise is really an unattainable desire to escape from the limiting condition of being human. A time of crisis and disenchantment calls out for a fundamental rethinking of who we are, rather than collapsing into cynicism and despair. That's what this book tries to do. It draws on both religion and science, two of the richest and most complex elements of modern culture, to explore human nature, especially our quest for meaning in life. In particular, it tries to address what is perhaps the most unsettling question of all, routinely ignored by so many smug and complacent social commentators. What is wrong with us? No single human discipline or research tradition is good at
Sample complete. Ready to continue?